So you're a real estate agent.
Yes.
You're at Sotheby's.
It's a mouthful, right?
Yeah. Kirkland International. What is it?
And you can't read, sir? You can do this. You can do this.
I can say Sotheby's International Realty. I just Realogics. I can't.
Realogics.
Okay.
I know.
So how long have you been with Sotheby's?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
How long have you been a real estate agent?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do before real estate?
So when I moved here to grow my company. So I started a production company. Mm-hmm. When I started it, it was called Bright Reality Entertainment. And I created what is called impact media. So I would create television shows that have a positive, measurable impact on people. So the DNA of everything that I made and conceptualized, it'd have to be entertaining first, it'd have to have a positive social impact, and it would have to be designed to be measured for that impact. Mm-hmm. Not like, oh, we're doing a good thing. You know, it's like, no, like,
where's
the proof?
Yeah, right.
Where's the data?
Right.
We're in a data era, and I'm like, hey, what I'm seeing is that like a lot of people are looking for change. And all of these institutions that normally we would believe that would be change agents, like, we're not drinking the Kool-Aid right now. We're still demanding change. It's everybody's freaking political campaign, and it's not happening, right? We're still having the same arguments 4 generations later, right? Same arguments. And it's like, okay, you know, why don't I create something people can trust, right? Co-create something people can trust. So the tagline was like, you know, just by watching your favorite shows, you can be part of the, you can move the needle in areas that matter the most to you. So I was in LA, started my company out there, partnered with Rat Pack Entertainment, which is one of the biggest production companies in the world. And, you know, pitching my shows out there, all the networks. And Sony, frickin' bastards. They took my show, they started producing it without me. And, you know, it's like, I just realized my vulnerabilities, right? Like I'm like, Rat Pack, you guys are supposed to be my 800-pound gorilla. What's going on? Right. You know? But the thing is that, you know, when you have something that's a gold mine, you have to be able to protect that shit. Right? So I was like, I came out here and I'm like, okay, I gotta grow my company with somebody I trust, and my best friend lived here. And I was going through an accelerator program for 3 months, stars aligned. I was like, I'm gonna take the leap, I'm gonna try to build my company with my friend, and I'm gonna give Seattle a year. So he was a political consultant. Politics is a little too divisive for me. So, you know, after a political season, and I had done multiple political seasons for him, like, as the part of my bread and butter, but I still had my big vision of like my unity shows, right? And so, but when I was like, oh, if we're gonna be doing this day in and day out, like, and this is our only thing, like, I don't wanna drink the Kool-Aid. Like, I don't want to, you know, I'm a Rotary girl. I want peace on earth, right? So, I had to go back to the drawing board. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to do this by myself. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was in real estate. And she's like, have you ever thought about real estate? And I was like, no. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, can I design a show that around the real estate industry that has positive impact and something that I can produce on my own through free distribution channels. I don't have to go to the big networks. And I thought, I can do this. And even if I fail, shoot for the stars, land on the moon, all of my efforts will still be building a career for myself that I can sustain myself. And so I went into real estate.
How do you like it?
Here I am. It's interesting. It's interesting. One of the things I loved about production, so I studied film production and nonprofit management, right? I knew exactly what I wanted to do, still do. I had 20 shows in my portfolio, all about different categories. I had to be an expert, or at least very knowledgeable in each one of these categories in order to pitch this, right? In order to develop something that would speak to that audience and beyond. I feel like real estate does that. It gives me that variety of, I'm going into different people's worlds. I'm connecting with different people, and I've got to become very familiar with how to communicate with them, how to help them through the process. And I love that mental gymnastics. I'm a very cerebral person, if you can't tell. You know?
You got it.
I'm like, my managing broker says, she says, right, RTB, rein in the brain, you know? And I'm just like, okay, you know, because I'm just like, so, but I love people, I love relationships, and so I do feel that I get that. There's the challenge of working through and making sure that the deal gets done and doesn't die on the way to the finish line. I think I have a small addiction to that challenge. You know, some people are just like, no thanks. I'm like, I just can't let it go. I'm too damn good at it. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's that. And then the contractual parts of it. I like that. I like that there's a sense of responsibility. I've done some commercial, like I kind of started out in commercial, and now I'm going more into residential. And so there was a lot of legal implications to what I was doing, and strategizing, and, you know, negotiating. And so I liked the complexity. And then there's even the hard work. Like, I just had a listing, and I was like in there with the contractors, and, you know, I'm like fixing stuff, you know, like getting my hands dirty, and like, I like that too. Production is a gritty job, right? You set your camera, you know, you gotta haul stuff, and you gotta know a lot of things to make it all look seamless, right? So I like it all. I will say my Achilles heel has always been kind of like, I can't, like, I want to make money, but like, I want to leave the world a better place. And so there are some times, like this morning, I'm like, I know what it takes to make something like pop, right? I've already shot my pilot. It was so much easier for me to create content for other companies. Like, I was creating content for nonprofits that I believed in. I'm a cheerleader at heart, right? Like, you're like a cheerleader right now, right? And there's just, you're a promoter, you know that feeling. Like, you just like to help other people shine. And so it's like, doing this and me having to be at the center of it, and me having to self-promote,
It's weird.
it's freaking
To me, it's
not
weird.
natural for us, right? Yeah.
It's like you're talking about, you know, you go in a contract, 30 days go by, but within those 30 days till you get to close, I explain to clients, I'm like, well, you know, there's behind the scenes stuff that goes on. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, like a movie, like name your favorite movie. I go, there's Foley artists, there's producers, there's set, stage, lighting, and all that. I'm like, that's kind of what we are behind the scenes. Real estate agents, mortgage, title escrow, insurance appraisals, all that stuff. So then I go, would you like to see the behind the scenes? And they're like, sure. And I go, okay, I'm going to blind copy in every email I get and send. And then after about a couple days, they're like, James, stop. That's enough. I'm like, see, so it's not as easy as you think. So that's how I compare it.
I love that.
Yeah.